Okie dokie. So, these were the things that were submitted the first day. So I could play through. Wow, I could play through some of these. Okay, wait. Some of these are duplicates. Something like that. Heavy crown is right there. And spider something. Loop lab. No, okay, just this heavy crown one was a duplicate. So I could play some of these. I could play. Oh, I could also play the stuff that was on my page here too, as well. I already have that up. Although it's like I did play Bunny Crashers. I played Crochet. I have not played Overroach, and it's pulled up though. Haven't played Spider Spanner. Haven't played Heavy Crown. Oh, that's where I got these from. I have played Danger Skater, Loop Train, and Overnight Order. I also have not played those. That was my game again. There we go. So I could play these as well. Well, and I could also add these to my list here too. Okay, wait, that was starting with... and then I'm like, okay, let's put them into more tabs. No, I don't need to overcomplicate it yet more. And we'll probably end up doing so anyway. Okay, wait, so we'll put these at the end. Unless the people show up. I bought too much candy. I was like, oh, there's a weird, like, I can't sleep and it's midnight. I guess I'll buy some candy. And then too much candy arrived, and now I'm eating it. And it's coming up my throat, so I can't talk. Jeez. How many loop in the title games are we counting now? Surprisingly, not a ton. I'm one of the offenders. I put loop in the title. But I think I could most of them are not. Like that one's got loop. That's got looper. That's got loop. Yeah, there's a significant amount, but not like an extreme amount. So streamer make a list of 10 out of 12 games had loop in the name. At least the stuff that I've played, I have not come across it like a ton. I have come across it, but I haven't come across it a ton. And I really should just carve out time to actually put the ratings on all of the other games that I played. I'm kind of glad I didn't do it that first day. Hello there, Mick Frunkus. Fantastic name. Feel free to submit a game with exclamation point submit if that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, feel free to hang out, although the ads are about to start, so I think I will take a break while the ads are running. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't do ratings on that first, or at least I didn't do ratings on stream on the first day, just because let me get through more games, I feel. But now I definitely gotta... yeah, you did join with ads, and I will be taking a break anyway, just because it's ads. Okie dokie. Ads are nearly done. Also, is it McFrunkus every time? That's... Seems like a lot to say your own name every time, but... You missed me. For what, the three minutes of ads there? Because I've been around otherwise. Now, let's see. So if I started saying my name... I think I'd want to... Don't put us in the ad hole again. I can only dismiss it 3 times before it forces me to do ads. And then at that point, I think it also comes back every 5 minutes and says, you gotta run ads. So... friends that I submitted a game to the jam, the ID is that. You can also do... Oh, wait, that's why. There. You can also do ! submit and then the URL of the game, and that'll drop it into the queue. McFrunkus talks in third person. Always and forevermore, presumably. Gnomeable thinks that would get exhausting. Also, Gnomeable regrets having 3 syllables in the name. It's just slightly too long. Okay. And it's like if McFrunkus wants to, McFrunkus can put a game in the list if there is a game to put in the list. Okay, and off we go. There's something in the queue. Time to go play the thing in the queue. Thank you, thank you. Hey, toe tapping. Oh, let's do. And then it's still on OBS. I'm like, no, I wanted to full screen this over here. Yeah, then because I full screen OBS, it's like, let's shrink your volume thing. Okay. Bleep. A toe tapping show gone wrong. Censor alien obscenities to beat the loop. Bleep supports key mapping, rebinding from the options menu. Also supports touch on mobile. I'm not going to play it on mobile. Is it on... Oh, on web mobile. Okay. McFrunkus would agree it is exhausting. Well, Noble thinks it's your choice. It's too long. My dadgum name is too long. Oh wait, A and D and... Okay, that's why it's saying mobile, is because Android on Chrome. We're just some friends calling. We were wondering. Okay. Well, let's bleep and run this thing. Try to add some more features to the GameCube before releasing the next GameCube update. I did download the latest update. I didn't actually check out what was different, but I did get it. Getting the transparency stuff working was exhausting, so it'll take a bit. Some highlights were OBS fighting against picking up the list window and a memory leak of 25 gigs omitted as soon as OBS picked up the right window. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, and I don't know if you had on the list of features to add for a like average time played, like per game, because I think that would be helpful for some people in the queue to see, you know, if the queue is, you know, if the game is far down on the list and I'm playing it for, you know, 15-20 minutes a pop, like per game. I think that would give some amount of idea as to how long it might be. Okay. Up, down, left, right, interact, enter, rewind, censor, forward. Oh, there is controller if I want to. I think I'm good. It's on the plan features, okay. Wait, has it been getting used by anybody else? I saw Funbase was using some kind of queue, and I didn't know if it was the same queue or not. Bleep, okay. I am not in fact an alien, so how will I know when a swear is being had? Oh, I I see. Also, the beat is bumping on the stream there, but it's a bit quiet for me. There we go. That's a bit loud for me. Okay. Yes, I would like to. There we go. I would like to loop. Oh wow, they both just start swearing like none other? Is that good enough? I don't know how long they get. This looks like a news interview. Why are they swearing so much? The delay is interesting. I'm totally not doing this on the beat. I'm totally just... When I see a face, I click. I was kind of wondering how you were gonna figure out when it's alien swearing, but... The faces are fantastic. What kind of conversation is this? Definitely late night TV. Yay, censored. No bad words. Go back to the main menu, I suppose. That's the singular conversation. Version 0.0.0. No, not a 0.0.1 or something. It exists. Give it some credit. It's got some amount of yeah, so it seems like this is the only conversation. Was there a like percentage rating system at the end? Not that I'm doing an incredible job here. The beat is okay, wait, is it semi-randomized? It seems to be possibly semi-randomized. Oh. Hopefully, that is the whole game. First ever jam, so very small scope. No, that's very smart. I keep going probably a little too big for the jam games. And, I think I did lose in the first round. Okay. But I will try that just to see if there is anything different. But no, fantastic job doing a small scope game. And the colors are fun, the characters are fun, the faces are fantastic. Yeah, all the faces. Not only the goofy faces. Oh, okay, so this is how close you are to getting the plug pulled. I see. Okay. That's neat. And then you could just, yeah, rewind it. That's fun. Okie dokie. And let's actually do the rating thing here too, just so that I don't keep continuing to pile up way too many things. Okie dokie. Creativity. I mean, definitely creative. The alien faces are great. I really enjoy the colors. I wouldn't have thought of like a sensor beep as a looping thing, but it does kind of fit. I mean, it was simple but effective. Like narrative. I mean, it got that narrative across. I don't know if there was more I wanted from the narrative. Because it's like, well, I don't know, maybe because it's a talk show and you can't actually hear them talking. But then again, it is also aliens, so them just kind of mumbling at each other would make sense too. No, I mean, it's like I'm not going to deduct points just because I wanted more from it, but... Well, shoot, dude. I'm like, because the artwork's fantastic, and obviously the audio is good. It's a music game. Well, okay, because was there also theme? Because I didn't feel the loop theme nearly as much. That is the only thing that I'm I'm not feeling. That's the only spot where I would want to deduct points, is that like you loop when you redo, but I don't feel like the actual mechanic is oh, live TV typically has a 10-second loop. Yeah, okay, that's 10-second delay. Yeah, okay. That's what it's getting at. I see. It's just because I saw the loop button here that I'm thinking it's kind of the typical live die repeat video game kind of loop thing. But no, let's see. Oh, it's the comments. Do I want to leave a comment? No, I'm doing it live. I think I'm good on the comments. Which I guess because now I'm like just looking at that's it's always leaving comments. That's what makes it so scary for me to do all of these. Because I'm like, well, I gotta leave comments, and I'm like, no, I played these live on stream. I don't need to leave comments. I can just rate it. But maybe that's also explaining my rating. No, I mean it all made sense. Uh, there wasn't anything wrong with it. Nice, small, good game. Like, great job. So, McFrungus would also put a game, but also no. Do it. The queue's empty. If you got a game, do it. Like, my game is not great. My game's not completable and also pretty buggy. But I did share it to Discord and to my friends and stuff. I did tell people that I have cursed the world with yet another attempt at a game. So, if you have a game, Gnomeable says do it. See, no, I could just cut it to Gnome. That's a lot easier. The feels a lot better too. Gnome says do it. Give me the game. If you have a game. And that's what I'm interpreting that message to be, but no, yeah, cool game. And like I said, the art was great. The scope was good too. That's this. I like it. Well, it's because I think I could do a bigger game each time because I'm learning more, right? And it's like no, it's learning how to make a smaller game better, not make a bigger game. That's what I need to learn. It's making a smaller game better. Yeah, okay. And then there was just so many games that I played. This was a mistake to do all these. McFrungus wonders if he can get a friends game to submit. Yeah, feel free. Like I said, the queue is, let's see. I can take that off of the queue here too. And not skip, but I guess run next into the nothing. So it's like queue is fully empty here. Let's see. I mean, there isn't really a narrative, but the narrative that is there makes enough sense, I suppose. Yeah, the only thing is the enjoyment was just... That's why I haven't finished it. It's just... I'm not feeling the strategy, and I'm mostly just clicking the button. But it gets the full idea across, and just because I don't like the idea, I don't know. I want to knock it for enjoyment, just because I just don't enjoy the main mechanic. But I guess enjoyment is a little more. Okay, yeah, I didn't even get up to this stage. So this is one of those, like, maybe I should go back and actually get up to some of the, like, further levels and stuff. Okay, yeah, no, this was creative. I enjoyed it. It had waves and narrative and stuff. The characters, great. Artwork is good. I don't remember any problems with the audio. And there was some audio. Yeah, no, I'm like, I think it's the other thing about rating. It's just that, like, I don't have any problems with it. If there's nothing that, like, sticks out to me, then I'm gonna rate it perfectly fine. Let's see, creativity. It didn't feel as much like an eel to me, but I did, the enjoyment, the popping the balloons was satisfying. It's just a quick, simple little, satisfying mechanic. I mean, it does say birthday party simulator, and there's just balloons. So, that one I might, if you're gonna do a narrative thing. I guess it's also because, like, for me, I did, like, a full carnival, is kind of what I was going for vibe-wise. So, also, I see McFrungus has submitted somebody else's game, it sounds like. Mr. Fartungus is a game that I made just so I could have my own version of ReactBot. But I'll guess I made more of a game, so enjoy, I guess. I mean, ReactBot is from a creator, right? I don't entirely remember the creator, but I have that, like, credit their creators Substack that pops up that I believe also has ReactBot, but I'm not fully familiar with what ReactBot is. I like the colors. The garish background is a bit much, but also intentional, I'm assuming. So, also, it's still very luck-based, and if it comes to luck, I lack. Yeah. And I think that isn't, like, because I landed on, like, the whole thing was using the stop to not land in the void, but then landed in the void a bunch anyway. Yeah, it's just me personally. I just didn't feel the strategy as much. I know there was some amount of strategy there, but it's a Chrome HTML document. McFrungus would say this is from a friend. I've said the name a few times, and yet here I am stumbling over it. Just install it, brother or sister. That's the only options. But it's a Chrome HTML document. Is that gonna open in Chrome? I don't know if that's actually gonna load. Goodness me. It's not the. Just jumped to 172 in popularity. Dang. Congrats. Yeah, that's I was sitting at 100 with that idle dice roller. That felt good. And that was only out of 6,000. If you're at 170 out of 9,000, that's pretty crazy. McFrungus would suggest a refresh. Well, and I don't know if this is the, like, a security thing, as in, like, my antivirus, like, security stuff is popping up, or because what I'm seeing for the file is a Chrome HTML document. I don't entirely know how to open that. I was like, that might have not been the one to open. So I was like, I don't. That part of me just not knowing exactly how to open this as a document. Kind of weird that it was popping up with, like, yeah, not the images but everything else. So, and I don't know if the images were also in that folder, in that file. I see a dolphin pirate mushroom and a fat mushroom. An adorable mushroom. That's fantastic. Sad green looking mushroom. Boy, that's an intense face. Some kind of purple banana. A mammoth mushroom. Wild, okay. Mr. Fartmungus, I think. A pencil mushroom. Boy, mushrooms are very suggestive, aren't they? Some kind of lock emoji. I'm definitely curious. Oh boy, that's an evil looking mushroom. It's very like toad looking mushroom. Oh, I guess more volleyball, soccer ball kind of thing. Save you, please. Also, oh wait, I kind of wanted to. Cause was there a way to look at the? I was like, I highly doubt that my game is rated very well, but I've gotten more ratings than I would have expected. I thought this was gonna be like 2 ratings, and then nobody touches it, as is how I. Well, I don't know. It's very middling. I made a very middling game for my, and we'll see how it rates. I'm assuming it'll rate lower than middling, which is also fair. So, well, it's the same way for you too. Like I said, I partially I don't know how to open a Chrome HTML document. Oh, there is a README. I could actually read the README. Oh, this is why you said save me, please. Ah, I understand. Wait. I have an audio that I've never used for like anything, right?
I understand. I understand everything.
There we go. That was just, I thought the audio was great, but didn't know what I was going to use it for, and I finally found an opportunity to use it. Updated 6 minutes ago. Ah, so is this somebody updating the file to be the correct file? Also, I'm noticing that this was not for the jam, but there's nothing else in the queue, so why not? It's not working because the website turned into an HTML. And then friend has, in fact, updated. I was like, do you have a... Is that like copy pasting? Is it typing out McFrungus every single time? Gotta be exhausting if it's typed out every time. But yeah, I don't know if you could do like a bot that just types out the name so that you could become a Pokemon. McFrungus thinks it's a good idea, and we'll write it down. Yeah, it's just I don't know if that's a thing on Twitch that you can do a bot that puts some extra text in there. I know, because I'm thinking of like Doug has a bunch of, not Twitch bots, but he has a bunch of stuff that scrapes Twitch to say stuff. Or like adds to like a TTS message that's like, all right, bye, thanks, I love you, at the end of a message, whether they say that or not. But that is like a TTS thing, so. I could send the website, maybe McFrungus thought it would work. Like if there is a website to send, as opposed to like here where it's like, because I'm like, I don't want to set up my own web page just to set it up. So can use an auto hotkey to write full text when pressing some key, but a lot of keyboard programs like Eraser also support macros. Yeah, it definitely seems like you could do a macro for it. So WebSim. Aha. Warning. This game contains farts. If your nose is sensitive, then I suggest you start running or quit the game. By the way, you have a nice shirt. I do? Are we talking like my VTuber, who is always wearing the farts? As in, like, you want to eat the farts? No. No, don't do that. It's Blue Dolphin Sailing is the shirt I have. With just a tiny logo on a white shirt. It's a boring shirt for today. Okay, so instead of GMTK Champ games, we're playing Mr. Fartungus. Modifiers locked, 5 secrets to unlock, 7 secrets to unlock, and lots of mushrooms, of which I've already seen. Because I cheated and looked at the files. Is this actually a... It's not actually a button to click. What is the garden? Garden of Garden with Dr. Pickle D. Use a growth serum. And then how much money do I have? We'll buy some carrots for the shop. You need to buy more frump bucks to plant that seed. Oh, is that the frump bucks, of which I have 0 frump bucks? If I don't have anything else in the queue, have a silly game for so bad it's good. Well, this is like the I didn't go to like the GMTK Discord. I'm assuming is extremely large, and I wasn't. Gosh dang it! I don't know if there was a spot to, and if anybody would care if I said, "Hey, I'm playing GMTK Jam games again." I never did check that. I got on the Discord and then never actually used it to do anything, so... there's a review my game. Stream vids and servers. What is that? Yeah, okay, streaming and rating more games. So that is people putting in like a, hey, I'm streaming and rating more games. I could try that and see if I get a band immediately. Like I did with the Neurosama one. It's just too busy of a Discord that I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Again, WebSim, fully AI vibe-coded game. That sounds insane. Advertise yourself? Well, like I said, that's what I did on the Neurosama one, and because that was my first and only message on the Neurosama site, on the Neurosama Discord, it was like, please don't spam. And then I got banned, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, no, that makes sense. This is the only thing I've sent. I don't necessarily want to do that again with the GMTK. But... And I also don't know if anybody's gonna... Yeah, because it's probably a lot of people doing the same thing. So, should I get banned from the GMTK server? Sure, why not? I'm not gonna use it anyway. Something like that, and then the stream. And then I will get back to Mr. Fartmongus. I guess not from Mr. McFrungus, but as told to me by... Boy, am I running slow. I thought I was doing a little more... I thought I was a little functioning. I thought I was functioning better today. Holy heck, apparently not. I had too much candy and I done goofed myself. The website WebSim, which you're currently on, is for vibe coding. Oh, okay. So it's a vibe-coded website, essentially, is what you're saying. Quite possibly. I see. Also, hello. I guess we go to the Frump shop. With Jeff Banana Frump. Oh, it said I needed more Frump bucks. The daily special, of which I have no money. Oh, a place for you to vibe code games. Okay. I thought I had seen something about a vibe coded game website. And I was like, that's cool. I don't know if that's... Wonder what kind of stuff it's gonna turn up, but... I don't know what I was expecting. It says it right on the tin. Yay! I got 32 front bucks. Come back tomorrow for more. That's just vaguely attached to Roblox. Roblox. I heard that on an audiobook, and now that's just gotta be stuck in my head. That is Roblox. Like that is Roblox. Gassiness relief. A quiet way to empty the tank. Oh, it doesn't stop looping. It needs to stop looping there. Front bucks bundle. Great deal. Get 25 front bucks. Although wait, are these front bucks though? What are these? Am I paying 25 front bucks to get... Am I paying 20 front bucks to get 25 front bucks? Meaning, I make 5? That doesn't... McFrungus can't Roblox. Yeah, I had always heard it as Roblox. And I'm like, it's about blocks. So yes, blocks make sense to me. So that hearing somebody on an audiobook read Roblox was just funny. I have 32 Roblox. 32 front bucks. I can buy a carrot. I guess I will buy a carrot. And plant the carrot. And then wait for an hour? Okay. How much serum do I have? My growth serum is working. 1 plants are now growing 3 times faster. Oh, 3 days. Okay. So now I only have to wait 20 minutes. And then I have 10 front bucks, which is a bunch of nothing. Huh. So I guess I could just wait to unlock mushrooms, of which I already spoiled myself as to what the mushrooms look like by clicking on the images. I didn't figure out what this one was. This little ghost with what looks like a hat has me very curious. Okay, well, it seems like the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Next to 24 hours. I just gotta keep coming back. We'll just play it. We'll press the one thing that I can actually mess with. Neat. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Try asking nicely. Well, I think that's the, I can bugger off completely there. Okay, yeah, also, this is not even whatchamacallit related. Also, hello. Welcome. Okay, so, get out of here with Mr. No, wait, Mr. Frunkus. Fartmungus, whatever it was. Off we go with the thing that's not related. Q. Also, ads are going to start here in a little bit, so I will not start up this game until after the ads. Although now I'm curious, but... Mr. McFrungus thinks it's funny that I went to the garden and didn't play the game. I didn't see what other button there was. Was there a button that I missed? I mean, I could mess with it during the ads here, since the ads are gonna run. Okay, I understand and wish to proceed. Oh, play. I didn't hit the play button, did I? I don't know why. I'm just kind of skipping the main part of the game there. I just saw the garden and got distracted. Okay, but also thank you for the follow. Like I said, I'm messing with this just because ads are gonna run for the next like 3 minutes. So once ads are done, then I can boot up the next game. And thanks for putting some stuff on the queue there. Fortungus is a creature of simple needs and complex emotions. Click him to hear wisdom and relieve some gas. Pet him to increase his happiness. Feed him when he gets hungry. If you want to make him angry, punch him if you want to make him angry, you monster. Keep an eye on his stats to see how he's feeling. Anger. I want to keep anger low, I suppose. I don't want him to be angry. Okay, yeah, become gassy, but then pet for less gassiness. Does punch relieve some gassiness? No. became more gassy. So pet. And that is most, I guess most sanity is the most sane. Okay, now there's all the games, row. Okay, yeah, and I'll just play Mr. Fartmungus while the ads run. Again, I don't know if there's a ton to do here. He doesn't seem to explode at maximum gassiness either. Oh, minimum gassiness. Maximum full. Minimum gassiness. Oh, it is just click a bunch. Very angry. Very sad. Uh-oh. I unlocked something? McFrungus knows the secret, as in press E or something? Okay, yeah, now I got all sorts of things in here. While the ads run for 2 minutes. So that is a lot of most say. Does it make him hungry, or is just the hungriness meter is okay? So it is just an idle clicker. So now I can buy like a fiery chili and place the fiery chili. Hello, hello, welcome. McFrungus knows if you have gassiness, happiness, and sanity all the way up and you punch him, a door will appear. And you type 111. I did actually find the door. I did see the door. So I could, I guess, punch him a whole bunch. And then I type 111. Oh, it's spinning. Neat. Also, how in the world is it doing this spinning if the scroll bar is... what have I done? McFrungus, what have you wrought upon me? Okay, no, and... Nope. Sorry, Mr. Fartmungus. No, we're not gonna sit here spinning. You've cursed me with the knowledge of Mr. Fartmungus. Why have you done this? Why does he speak in third person? Nobody knows. As Pagorli said. McFrungus says that you have unlocked a secret. I am gonna say McFrungus every time here, aren't I? Mushroom Bio Insanity, known only as the Jester. This mushroom is a walking, talking, terrifying circus. It giggles in colors and speaks in riddles that have no answer. Gaze into its eyes for too long. It may cause you to question the very nature of reality. Or just get a bad headache. Or a little of both. A bad headache makes me question reality. That's for sure. Okay. Bye-bye, Fartmungus. Off you go. Off to Chronomancer instead. A puzzle platformer where past selves work with the future ones to get through a rotating temple. Neat. Okay. I like the rotating bit. I think the because there's a lot of these ideas that I've seen, I think, twice. So some ideas that I've seen it multiple times. But I don't know that I've seen, like, a certain game that everybody made for the Jam. Just a couple of repeated ideas. Okay. A and D, W, X, and R. Although, presumably, I don't really need to worry about... Well, yeah, okay, we're going to say I don't need to worry about R, because I'm going to just play the game perfectly. That's... We're going to go into it with that kind of mindset. Oh, yeah. I missed your... I apologize, I missed your message there, yeah. Yes, please, feel free to throw your game into the queue, so just type !submit, and then the... You can either put the game or the rating page. Either or. And, it takes me about 15 minutes per game, typically, so that should give you some sense of, the queue there. How long is the queue? Only 3 games right now. I think somebody's about to submit something. So, not super huge, but it is, rapidly filling up. WASD, arrow keys to move. And then there was, okay, W to jump. I heard something about rotating. What have I done? Okay. Space to dash. So, also welcome to the new people. Is this a new queue or did the last stream carry over? Oh, I still have those games. I was kind of thinking if people do show up. I do still have... Yeah, because I do recall your name from last time. Okay. This Mr. Fartmungus can leave us forever. Okay, these are the ones from last time. So... Yeah, so if they say I don't entirely recall you, and I can force add it to the queue there, so it can act kind of more active. actively. Or accurately, there we go. But do I see your name and do I recall? Oh, wait, these are the ones from people that commented on stuff. I think these are the ones from, okay, so here, do I complex? I saw that as a stream avatar. I was like, somebody was here for at least a little bit at some point. Heavy crown is you. Okay. Well then, can I force add that to the top of the list? Because you were here yesterday, so it's like, yeah. So force add... Oh, yeah, I think there is a way to move them once I force add it to the queue here. So heavy crown is actually going to go at the top. Force add to queue. So that's there. And then on this screen... There we go. I can, in fact, move that up to... Well, okay, I think I will finish this game, plus it's just because I started this one. But, so I guess your game will be next. Since I already kind of started this one. Okay, I keep wanting to do... Okay, you're not in a rush? Yeah, that's... Because I do want to make sure that, like, if somebody has to take off... I should probably put that on... the stream somewhere too. It's just like if you have to take off, tell me and I can bump the game in the queue. Okay, wait, that's space to dash. There, just W to jump. Okay. And then I'm trying to get over to the green one, presumably. I did not catch exactly what the goal was. Oh, it's adding more music? Oh, and it's all rewinding. Oh. There's R to undo, hold R to rewind. Okay, wait, because I'm like, how do I rotate and stuff? I just want to mess with the rotating mechanic, but that's not what that is there. Oh, wait, can you jump on your past self? With the gravity, okay. Still need to say add saving and loading to the queue, but it's also planned for the next update as well as a queue for the queue to prevent sending too many requests yesterday if a lot of people try to add a game at the same time or loading a list of games into the queue. Yeah. Just so that itch doesn't get mad at a bunch of nonsense happening all at once. Okay, why was my past self sitting there doing nothing for a while and then finally moving? Although that was probably me messing around. Oh wait, can I stand on you? Yes. Kinda. Why does it also have gravity? That's wild. Wait, Arda, so I want to stand on you, or... Wait, come back, past self. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, okay. Wait for past self to do the thing. And then future... No, wait! Future self. Or current self, rather. But now I am future me. Maybe that's a quote I should get from somewhere. But like one time I saw a clip of My Little Pony. It was Spike talking about ice cream and saying, "Oh, I can eat as much ice cream as I want." And then, but now I am future self. And for some reason that just stuck in my head as just an interesting phrase. Green? You were moving earlier, and now you don't appear to be moving. Okay, hold R to... There we go. Hold R to rewind. Okay. So now we do that. Now let's blue get on top of... Oh. I lied. Okay, so we do this. Then blue can stand on here. Then I do space like that. And then hang out there. And then green can eventually go touch the thing. Oh, is that supposed to be how I did the first one? As opposed to the jank way that I did it? Probably. Okay, there. And I did time it right. Did I not redo it? Like, wait, past self, you had it, and then so I guess standing on your past self messes up your current self? I was gonna say, okay, let's go all the way back to the beginning here. Alright, so then I can do that. Yeah, okay, so I probably was supposed to be standing on the yellow self. Also, I think I undid a little too much. Yeah, see, but I can also do that, and I'm like, well, it doesn't get me all the way up there, does it? It's just for clipping into that there. Okay, wait, I do need green. Okay, let's try green coming back this way. You hang out there. My one confusion was when I do that. Okay, then there. Oops. Almost had it. That's... okay, and then that's why green was freaking out last time, because I just can't seem to hit that. Okay, also... No, wait, come back! There we go. So you... Okay, so that that adds physics to the past self, which is like... Well, okay, how do I use that to... so how do you use the... Am I playing download-only games? Yeah, no, I'm like, if it's web, if it's download, either or is fine. Which, the more I answer the same questions, the more it seems... Wait a second. This should be written somewhere on the stream here, is... Okay, this also feels like I should be able to figure this out, and yet here I am just struggling. It's the fact that the past self also has physics added to it. It's interesting to me, because I'm like, well, how do you get up if you use your past self to try to get up the thing? But then the future self is the future self is too heavy and makes it impossible. Then how do? That is the question. Yeah, it's because I want green to be like a nice platform there, but that doesn't really work. Okay, can I... Yeah, but then I immediately push green out of place, right? Yeah, exactly. I immediately push green out of place. Can I do this? Okay, I don't know if that was the right answer, but that worked. Again, I don't know if the jump against a thing to jump higher is actually a thing there. Oh, but yes, I think your message is set there for a while, and I am, if it is a download, that is also fine. It'll take me a little second to, my security software has been kind of picky, but I should be able to figure out how to, Okay, so I think I've somehow missed a major mechanic here. Okay, unless dying resets something? No. So then R to reset. And this is just this level, so I can't reset it anymore. So how do I... that was actually nearly exactly the intended answer on the last level, by the way. Okay. The jump into, like, the dash into the wall to get a higher jump is, feels unintentional. Although it sounds like it was intentional, but it feels kind of unintentional. Well then. So how do I trigger the next loop exactly? What was the... A and D, W, space, and then R to hold to rewind. So I have to get up to the yellow, but I do not seem to understand how to do that. Like, if I could just mash the button, that would work. It doesn't appear to be the case. Yeah, okay, so that can get me up on top of the spikes, but it doesn't work on these. Because I gotta go into the wall to get up, to get over the spikes. Yeah, okay, the other spikes are... Yeah, this also does not feel like the right answer, but I'm like, I didn't... Yeah, I was like, it seems like the yellow is the only one that triggers it, so... You dash higher when you don't do it diagonally. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, the dash is... Okay, I'm thinking the dash was horizontal. I thought it said the dash was horizontal. No, it's... You dash... Okay, you just dash in a direction when you press the dash button. That was... Okay. That was just on me. Thinking that I... Yeah, okay. So... Now where are we dashing? There we go, okay. So now... A stray raid for Brainoid! Ah, I was wondering what Brainoid was up to. Actually streaming? Actually, Oh, wait. And then Brainoid's now here to say banners. And, how was your stream? I hope it went well. Like I said, I was assuming it was Replicant, but it might have been GMTK or something. I don't know. Welcome. Glad to see that you're streaming. I feel like I haven't caught a stream in a long time. And... Oh, the yellow. Past self, wait. Come back. Past self, wait. I know you're about to leave. No, past self, why? Who's streaming? You weren't? Oh, rated from Stray Ray. Oh. I just saw it said rating and a Brainoid. So, played some really nice GMTK games. Like, I'm always impressed every time. Okay, yeah, I could very much see why, like, because I know that happened with Wallaber. I went and raided over there, then Brainoid started talking, and it was like, wait, who was raiding? Who's the person that I'm talking to here? So confused how this game works. I'm trying to get to the color. Yeah, funny enough, I think it's cool that you can use the physics of the... It's cool that the past self has physics, but I also don't think it helps the game, honestly. I think it adds unnecessary complication when I'm like, I just want to use the character as a platform, and yet I keep moving them out of place. Unfortunately. And the platforming is also quite difficult. Dadgummit. Okay, well then I hope the GMTK games were going well. I would say if you have any recommendations, but my queue has since filled up. I went and actually got brave enough to put a message on the Discord. And, oh, play Loop Walker last and rated me. Okay. I understand how I can do this, and yet I don't know if I have the dexterity to dash through like that. Oh, wait, or I could just jump off yellow again? Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is one of those puzzle platformers that is more platformer than puzzle, which is, I think, frustrating for people who want puzzles, and frustrating for people who want platformers, because they don't want to sit there thinking, but... warned Astray about repeat last tiles softlock in the game, but we kept using them and got softlock on the final level. That's great. That you said don't do it, and then proceeded to face the consequences of doing it. Oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Okay. Now I need to jump off of green? I need to put green in there? Oh boy. This is so much finicky jumping. That's the real issue here. It's just like it's difficult platforming, and then it's also partially timed based on your past self. So it's also based on the past self has to do well at the jumping and the platforming and stuff. Yellow? Be kind of useful if I could use yellow, but also. Okay, and this has been 20 minutes. Unfortunately the platforming is a little much for me. I think the puzzles are neat. I like the idea. The gravity and stuff is cool, but I think yeah, because this looks really neat. I think it's a little too finicky and a little too difficult. I would like to play more of it. I would like to get better at it, but I think for right now it's a bit much. Okay, and I should do the ratings on these because I'm gonna run out of. I already have a billion other things that from the last couple things that I need to actually put stars and ratings on. Oh, I never put my game. I forgot to put my game as the accidentally made the difficulty curve too high. Yeah, that's a classic jam thing. It's a lot easier to make a hard game, but okay. Check out my game. I really should plug my own stuff here while I have a chance. Okay. There we go. That's pinned. Now onto the poor person who has been waiting for days to oh wait, let's do the rating on this real quick. Creativity. Pretty creative. Enjoyment. I don't want to knock it too bad. I don't know. Like I said, it's because it's hitting the in between on a platform. I think it's too hard for a platformer and too finicky for a puzzle game. But I mean, I could see where it was going, and I liked that. But narrative. I mean, there wasn't a narrative. I don't entirely know what the colors are, but I don't know. It's one of those things of like, if it doesn't have a narrative, how do you rate that? I'm like, is that a perfect narrative because it doesn't exist? It's like I don't want to take out points for a thing that like it wasn't the point. So, artwork is very clear. I like the artwork. And audio, I liked the music. And there was no problems with the narrative. It's like it's kind of weird there. I'm not a huge fan of the star system, but I know that's also what's kind of happening in the background there. So, and I'm not gonna leave a comment because you saw my thoughts and heard my thoughts and everything. So, good to have something else than Replicat getting pinned here. Wait, you don't want Replicat getting pinned? You don't want your game getting promoted? Or you're just happy that I have my own thing to promote? Is that what it is? Okay, wait. Heavy Crown was the game. I forgot to hit the button on here, which we'll pull it up again anyway. Okay, so loses value that way. Now it's more valuable to get pinned. Yeah, I suppose that I'm just kind of pinning it whenever it doesn't feel as cool as like, oh hey. I guess like if I pinned it now, that yeah, you would be getting more eyeballs on it possibly. Okay, submission for the GMTK Jam 2025. Build your robot and watch as it fights its way to the top, but the only glory in being king is to become the target of the next challenger. A la Pokemon. Complete 8 loops to reach the top. Volume controls on the main menu only. Sorry, depending on the browser, it may not. Okay, well, thanks for playing my game anyways. I'm glad you enjoyed the concept. We'll continue working on it post-jam. Hopefully it'll have a bit more easy levels before it gets harder. And like I said, I think it's cool that you have the physics on the past characters, but I think having them just solidly in place is probably better for if you're trying to lean into the puzzles as opposed to the platforming, which personally I think that's more interesting to do the puzzles. And I think if you can actually have the character become a platform as opposed to like some slowly moving thing that falls as you stand on it, that would help. So, oh boy. And then the queue fills up. Okay. Build your robot and watch as it fights its way to the top, with the only glory being it's okay. Volume. Click auto to toggle battles advancing automatically. Generally recommended 95% of the time. Click that to speed the toggle fast forward 3 times animation speed. If the game manages to cycle off, hold Q for 5 seconds to insta lose. not L. I can't take an L. I mean, the Q is probably makes more sense, but then I can't make the joke of taking an L. Yeah, good job on the games. Yeah. There's always so much cool stuff. It's rare that I come across a game that I'm like, okay, this person didn't seem to try. There has been one. There was one where somebody was just like, I cranked up the bloom really high, and look at all these balls. I'm like, it hurts my eyes. Okay, hello, new challenger. Tell us, what is your name? Gnomable. We'll add the G on the front there too. Missed opportunity on your part. Oh yeah, for taking an L. Oh, there we go. I just type. Okay. I'm waiting for the cursor to pop up. There we go. Collect items. Okay. What will beat them? A saber with a countdown of 4 to do 6 damage, or a blaster with a countdown of 2 to do 3 damage. Can I do the math? Or rather, is there also I don't know if these are also gonna get like certain bonuses or something. We'll do sword this time. Take. Yeah, I don't want to actually use it. And then super fast. Auto. So I don't have to think, and I just attack. Yay, heavy is the crown. No, nobody wants a light crown that will just blow away in a slight breeze. Oh, it's a button. Okay. not a text thing. Hello, new challenger. Tell us, what is your name? Who wants to be challenged? Who wants to be who wants to be in this? Either that or somebody give me a name. Also, hello. Welcome. Let's see. Anybody got a name or me? As in, you want me or you want Pagorli? Because I could do either or. We'll start with me. If it's gonna keep asking me for names, so this will be me. I can do Pagorli on the next one if that was the intent. Power orb. Evil Gnomable, which is Gnomable without the G. I turn into Nomable. I become quite edible. Okay, countdown of 5, do 6 damage. -1 countdown this combat, or countdown 4, do 3 damage, plus 1 damage. All items this combat. I don't have a ton of items. Guess -1 countdown this combat. Also, do I continue to collect items? Because right now I'm only going to get one at a time here. So, thank you for the follow. Yeah, okay, it's gonna... now I'm like, do I regret having promoted the stream? Because now it's going to be too many games. Ruh-roh. Plus 2 damage to all items. Start a combat. Countdown. All items 3 times. Countdown 6. Do damage. That was the saber that I did earlier. Reflector. Countdown 2. Reduce next damage you receive by 2. Plus 3 damage. All items will under half health. Where am I at health-wise? Can I see? So... yeah, the stream is going to be infinite again. It's because I put it... because Pogorli was like, yeah, maybe you should actually put the... yeah, you should actually put it on the Discord. And I was like, well, okay, I suppose. I'll see. See if I get kicked off the Discord for self-promotion. But apparently not. I was like, did I do the math wrong? Very much was close to doing the math wrong there. Okay, so now we can do Pagorli. I think I saw Johnny in there too, and a Nomable. Nom. We'll do a Pagorli first. It is such a fun name to say. So, health resets each fight. Okay. What? It is taking me a second to realize that I am fighting my past. It's so good and so horrifying at the same time. Let's see. Do damage. Taking damage counts this down. That sounds kind of neat. Okay. Well, and I think I also made it harder to comprehend what's happening because I turned on the auto, like... okay. Go under half health, gain a shield, and plus 2 damage for all items. Plus 2 damage to all items. This is taking damage counts this down. which I think is a good thing. So maybe a shield. Get a shield, start at combat, get a shield. Go under half health, get a shield. I like that. That sounds kind of neat. Oh, and then here, not storage. I like the sprites. Oh, wow, and they all have animations and stuff, too. That's really cool. I do like an auto-battler. I'm not really fully reading the items either, so... start of combat, count down all items 3 times. Well, some of these I don't know exactly what it means by count down items. But normally... Oh god, why? What have you done? Why have you done this? Why have you made me say it? Why did I read it? Why did I say it? Oh no. And then we're gonna slowly become one. Oh god. Oh jeez, oh man. Okay, gain a shield, gain a shield, gain a shield. Do 3 damage plus 1 damage to all items. Count down all of their items. Yeah, just... Yeah, some of these are... Oh, I already have a damage item. So I probably want a shield of some kind. Gain a shield, gain a shield. And count down 4, gain a shield. Sure. I don't entirely know. We'll see if I'm understanding the math on this much. Wait, is this me? Is this the past self? Yeah, this is the past self of me. That's cool. I have defeated me. Now I have to defeat... Well, okay, wait. We can work up to Penomaly. Once, let's see, I think there was a Johnny. I think there was a Johnny. Was it with the H? Or just a Johnny? Yeah, with an H. Okay. We'll also throw a Johnny in here. This is super cool. Countdown to do 2 damage and heal 1. Sure. Yeah, we'll do a heal build. Let's see if a heal build can defeat all the previous selves. I don't seem to be healing a ton, but I think I was also taking a ton of damage, so... plus 3 damage all items while under half health. Gain a shield, gain a shield. Yeah, we'll go for tanky build. I think the music is also doing a ton for this. I think it's also super tiny. I was like, it's a little bummer I can't, like, blow it up more. I don't know if there was an option for full screen that I missed. It would have been nice. Countdown 1, do 1 damage. Yeah, basic drones. That sounds good. I don't think that's the best idea, but it sounds good. Wow, look at me getting wrecked. Totally destroyed. Not even doing any damage. Gee whiz. Let's see. Oh, and this will go into storage anyway. So, only H's default is full screen option, which apparently isn't there on some browsers. Okay. I would have assumed Chrome, especially because there's lots of things built on Chromium and stuff too. But I guess not. That would have been the one to build it for sure. Okay, so does it behoove me to have a bunch of stuff in storage? I'm not entirely sure. That seems like a really big more shield stuff, I guess. Or oh, I guess I could override. Okay, what's the use of having stuff in the storage? Is the question. Oh, Pogorly, are you going down to my tanky health build? It looks like it. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, heavy is the crown. That's right, get wrecked, Pogorly. Let's see, and then... Well, now I gotta do the Penomaly. The horrible abomination. Oh, that's... No, I can't copy paste. That makes sense that you can't, but... Now I have to actively, fully figure out what the word was. Oh, it is too long! Okay, well then it's just gonna be a complete word salad. Just a complete soup. Which is, I guess, a wet salad. Is a soup a wet salad? Do 3 damage. Times 2 while over half health. Oh, now I want to do another heal build. 3 damage plus 1 damage to all items this combat. Also, it seems like it's ad time. Well, and so I might take the ad break if the ads are running. Okay, ads are almost done. Also, I think I might actually jump to the next game. I'm seeing the loop here, and it's absolutely awesome. And it's an absolute blast and a lot of fun. But it did look like somebody's fallen asleep there. I would like to play the game before they fall asleep. So, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. That was an easy one. That was absolutely awesome. That was, I think, one of my, like, top tier, honestly. I really enjoyed that. It's my kind of game, too. Like, the roguelike thing I really enjoy. So, oh, I put it on the wrong one, didn't I? There we go. I'm not used to do. I'm still not used to doing putting it on this scene that actually has the game queue. Okay, off we go to the next one. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Wonderful job. Really enjoyed that. And I'm not even a Mega Man guy. I haven't played any of the Mega Man games. Although there is that one 3D Mega Man sort of game that I think I do have that I would like to play at some point, but okay. It did it again. It's full screening my OBS because I keep clicking on OBS to change a setting or two. And I want this. The web page, please. That's the one I want to. Yeah, thanks for. I'm glad I tried it, especially because you had it there for multiple days, and I really enjoyed that. Glad you could get some, at least watch somebody play. I don't know if I had a ton of great feedback beyond this is awesome, but a GMTK 2025 submission recommended to use a mouse and run for Windows Linux build for best experience using a trackpad. Hold Q to draw. Oh no, now there might be a whole bunch of people that can hit me with the yawn emote. Ruh-roh. Use your mouse to lead your bike in any direction. Adjust your speed by changing the distance between the mouse and the bike. Oh, I've used this mechanic in a monkey ball minigame. that I really enjoyed, so we'll see. Left mouse click to draw lines, loop around enemies to kill them, and create permanent holes in the map. Drawing depletes your energy meter, move your bike super fast to refill it back up. Okay, we'll see how that goes in the game. Actually, I think this is the second game I've seen of the, like, cutting a loop kind of thing. There was a couple of lasso games where you draw a loop, but this is only the second of, like, the actually, like, cut a loop. Okay, let's go find, I guess, health. Let's go find an enemy. Okay, can I tighten the loop? Let's go grab some health, I guess. Wow, this is sensitive. I'll just kill all the enemies by running into them. That's, I suppose, one way to do it. It's just because there's all this health here. Okay. Oh, I ran out of energy. Do I have energy anywhere? Is that a thing I can go find somewhere? Oh, did I run out of an ability to do the main mechanic? It's funny to watch the bike do a little spin there. I don't think that's super intentional, but it's absolutely hilarious. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wobble, wishy, wobble, wishy, wobble, wishy, wobble, yeah. Oh, that... I'm realizing that song probably does age me, doesn't it? Oh, hey, now I got some energy again. Did I just have to wait for it? No, okay, and it's gone again. Oh, wait, does it kill enemies? It's a little touchy. It's a little sensitive. I don't know if there was an option to change that. Yeah, okay, I'm doing a lot more killing things by running into them and then just healing after the fact. Let's see, wait, I can also kill my mouse sensitivity too, right? See if that helps. Kinda, actually. It's funny that I'm surviving this long, because I keep thinking that I died, but... I don't know that I've actually done a successful loop on anything. There we go. There's a successful loop, finally. Ugh. Okay, the lowering the mouse sensitivity helped. That seemed to be a lot. They're just very aggressive. The little guys are just... The enemies are just very aggressive. Just hard to deal with. Yeah, it just seems like by the time I see an enemy, they are on top of me and running into me. So I can't actually have a chance to kill them. Like there, they ran into me before I could do anything about it. And I'm assuming it's the red ones that I'm kind of supposed to be going after. Oh, that's a hole. I cut a hole in the space there, and then I went and fell into it. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, the only thing I could say is the controls are just hard to control, because even lowering the mouse sensitivity still made it. Because I'm like, you need to do a tight, oops, you need to do a tight loop. There we go. To be able to do that. Yeah, it's really just the controls. I'm like, visually, it's working, the idea is working for me, so. It's intended to be played at faster speeds. Well, I can... we bumped up the sensitivity just a little bit. Let's see if that is the right speed. Yeah, because my usual sensitivity seem to be a little too much. It does... It's also because they run at you so fast that it doesn't feel like I have an opportunity to loop around them. But they, the bar only recharges when you go fast, too. You gotta go fast. Wow, okay. Like, can you do a real easy loop, though? Yes, you can, kinda. Okay, so let's do... let's do that, then. Oh, I almost had that. Bugger off. Ah, okay. Yeah, personally, I think I would want it a little slower to be able to understand, like, what's going on. I can't seem to get the loop, hardly. So. Cool idea, but I'm not, just the sensitivity of the mouse and the controls are just not working with me and my brain. Okay, so I want to go real far, really fast, and then I want to loop really quick, is what it seems like. So is that kind of the intended? And then I just run into him anyway. Okay, that's been about 10 minutes. It's hard. Not finding it. And then I run into the hole anyway. Now you got it? Yeah, okay, so it is zoom really fast out, and yeah, this is why I like to give a game a certain amount of time, because it starts to click after a good, like, 15-20 minutes. Although, something like my game, I don't know that anybody would need to play that for 15-20 minutes. But I keep wanting to just rag on myself for, like, it's bad and it's dumb and it's not finished, but it's also, I was aiming for a simple carnival game, and I got most of the way there, so I can't really argue with that. Okay, I think I'm good. Super cool. The controls just don't work for me. At least, oh, and then my mouse sensitivity is different. Okay, creativity, it entirely works as a Tron kind of thing. Enjoyment, I think I'm gonna knock it for enjoyment, though, because it's just, couldn't figure out sensitivity-wise in terms of, like, I was much more killing things by running into it than actually using the loop mechanic. Yeah, that was, I played a different game that was an ice skating game where you loop around stuff. So, maybe add text for showing games in queue for situations like this where the queue is overflowing. Yeah, I think, yeah, because there is a good amount of things that are off the end of that queue there, so. Okay, I will knock it. I mean, no, I understood the thing. I just, for me, just a little bit of enjoyment was knocked off there. Narrative is such a weird one because most of these games are so small, and it's not like they have like a big story or something. But did this feel like Tron? Yes, it did. So, artwork. I mean, it works. I want to knock it for the aesthetic choice of the pixels that are rotated don't actually match with the other pixels, but that's not, I mean, as the same with my VTuber, it's not pixel perfect either, so. And audio was completely fine. Yeah, the only thing that I really ever rate things down is just the enjoyment. I guess it's something like art is when it's, if it's not cohesive art either. Which, like my game, I would definitely rate it down for the fact that there's a voxel guy and everything else is not voxels, but okie dokie. Ah, cool game, cool stuff. That's why I love doing this. There's rarely a game that is not super cool, so. Okie dokie. And then it gets to be like, oh, then I look at the queue and go, oh boy, there's just so much. I will get to as much as I can. And then I gotta go back and rate the other games that I did not fully finish rating. Wowie. This is, yeah, I was gonna say, this has gotta be a team with all of this art here and stuff too, right? Yeah. Okay, Mission Impossible. Which, those are some good movies. It's a great inspiration to start with. Take your furry friend for a peaceful walk around the block. Stay focused. Avoid tempting distractions and see how many loops you can complete. Beat the high scores and be the very best dog walker in the world. Made in 96 hours for GMTK. Goal: as many loops around the block as you can before your dog's happiness meter reaches 0. Keep your eyes open for distractions that will pop up you on your walk. Bark to chase him away. Sniff to make a new friend. Resist the fluffy tail. Pay attention to dog's needs. Catch the treat for a happy boost. WASD for controls. Okay. And then I should have downloaded the game and then read all the things, but that's okay. You live and you learn, so. The dog song game. Careful, it might get you freestyling. There's a song attached to this. Interesting. Ice cream truck melody. I see. I love how it's going to pop up with Fartmungus every time. The heck were you downloading? Fartmungus? What? Yeah, that latest Mission Impossible movie was good enough that I watched it a couple times. I mean, the second time was because my family showed up and said, hey, you know, what movie do we want to watch? And I was like, I will totally watch Mission Impossible. Final Reckoning again. If only because of the sub scene in the middle of the movie. That scene is fantastic. Let's see. And then audio-wise, is that too loud or... Seems kind of loud. Might be okay. Okay. WASD for you. Okay. Let's see. Yank on the dog or not yank on the dog. Seems like a terrible way to walk, but what do I know? Bark. Bark, 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 bark. Okay, so I do need to keep hand on mouse there. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, bark, bark. Wait, oh, bark, 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 bark. Okay. I did not... Okay, now I gotta bark in a different direction? Interesting. Okay. 24th. I could do better than that. Like 23rd? I could do one better. I could do you one better. Putting the bark in there is making me think of... I could have my little desktop roller coaster going at the same time. The animated trees are so fun. Okay, so do I really just need to worry about... Ah, okay, I was wondering, it's dog walking, you gotta do the dog taking a dump, right? Also, what was the pressing space to, Wait, I thought that was a good thing. Oh, I guess I did not talk to the other dog, I just shat right next to them. Wait, I'm supposed to go to the treat place for treats or something, too? Okay, and then... Okay, it's minus 10 happiness if I'm running too fast. Oh, and then I gotta watch out for the poops and stuff too. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's press... Well, the mini games are quick. This is fantastic. Although I think I've said that about a few games, but that tends to be what happens is... bark, 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 bark. Yes, this is adorable. Also, I thought there was something about treats. So can I... That's a bigger poop, I think. It took a little more effort. Oh, you do have to do the right... Okay, that was a lot of minus happiness because I... Oh, and now we're barking all the time, I guess. Okay, there. There we go. Treat. Ice cream. I think ice cream is not super great for dogs, right? What's the link for this game? Somebody would love it. This is... Mission Impossible. With a paw in the... actually, you should be able to see it on the queue there. Mission Impossible by... Gibbs... Gibbs Gubs? I want to add it. There is an R in there. Gibbs Grubs. Holy balls, that was a bit much. Oh, I can't be myself again? I guess we'll do... hey, I did better the second time. Or, yeah, okay, people are adding... that is funny that that's... people just adding 2s on the... that's so funny. That's a common thing. Oh, I can't put in my name again. Well, then I'll just put in... okay, and I did figure out the ice cream and the ice cream break, so... okay, I think I did all the minigames. Ah. That minigame is not easy for me. Ah. And then, yeah, okay, it's just gonna be... that minigame is gonna kill all of the happiness so fast. Oh, I got so unlucky with all those dogs. Oh, the squirrel. That was my question. Was the squirrel. How do you do the squirrel? Oh, okay. You just get distracted by the squirrel. I was like, they keep running past super fast. So, okay, you just eventually get an ice cream break. Can I just hug the wall? Does that help, or does that, It is funny to see the bark effects there just constantly. Oh. Those nasty little chihuahuas. Oh, I'm a little too close to the wall here. Whoops. Oh, it's because I also wanted to... every time, I'm like, I just want to sniff the dog friend, and it's like, nah, we're going to take a dump from the dog instead. Okay, so hugging the wall does not seem to, just now noticing the way the shadows move on the houses make it obvious that the background is rotating rather than you moving. Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, now that you mentioned that too, it's like, oh yeah. Oh, and you get faster and faster, okay. Although I think it was minus... no, it was just minus happiness from, so, is there any reason to go faster and slower? Like, do I actually go faster when I do that? I was gonna say, pushing out a third dump around the block here is, okay, and it does seem to speed up over time. Is it actually, like, am I going faster and faster by doing this, or no? So... clean up after your dog? I don't know how to clean up after the dog. It doesn't let me. I totally would. Oh, it's two dumps in the same spot there. Ice cream, baby. We gotta fill you up. That was 4 dumps on this run around the block here. Who's yelling at me? Is that a thing I can do? Can I actually go clean up the turds, or is that just you guys just wanted to yell at me about a thing I can't actually affect? Oh, okay. Where did I lose the health and stuff? Okay. 3. I did slightly better. Hey, there's a fun base. I did better than fun base. Oh, I didn't. I did better than a past version of fun base, as opposed to fun base alpha again. I did better than the singing version of fun base. Apparently, I wasn't singing enough. Okay, and then okay, let's escape. Leave. I need no more dog noises in my ears. Okay. Super cool. Super cute. The rotating shadow thing is just funny that after that was pointed out to me. Okay. Creative, yes. Enjoyed, yes. Yeah, the minigames are easy enough to figure out, and some of them are even difficult, so. Artwork, fantastic. Audio, great. Yeah, that's... it always feels silly, because of, like, most of the games that I play, I'm not really rating down beyond, like, maybe the, enjoyment, because I couldn't figure something out, mostly, or because it just didn't feel right to me, not that it was necessarily all that bad, so... Full 5 stars. I mean, there wasn't anything... like, I enjoyed it. It was... I didn't think of anything that I would knock off of the list there. So... I guess maybe you can't clean up after your dog. That seems to be like it tends to I tend to give pretty high marks just because I'm like it's yeah, I was gonna say I've been rating pretty generous on all of them. I'm not being too picky about it because it's wild to me. I don't know. I don't want to take off marks because of expectations that I have for a thing that when it isn't that thing. So, and I don't know exactly what I would change about that to yeah, every game blows me away. I mean, pretty much. It's well, and it's a lot of quality stuff from this jam, and so uh, that would be this is the best game. It should win the jam for me. Well, and it's stuff like narrative where I'm like, okay, if it's a very simple narrative, does that mean I take off points? It's like the butterscotch shenanigans, of which I haven't listened to their Coffee with Butterscotch podcast in a long time. But I know at one point they were talking about the scale of like whiff to hit, as in like whether you hit the idea or not. And that's really kind of what I grade on. Is like, does this hit the idea that they were trying to hit? And that's kind of like, so it's like if you're doing minimal narrative and it successfully does minimal narrative, I'm not gonna take off points for that or anything. I feel like it's an odd one to grade there too. It's just like most of these games are not going to have a lot of narrative, so how do I grade the narrative too? So, the rating categories are really good. Enjoyment is broad enough to fit many kinds of games. Yeah, yeah. Well, and like I said, it's to me, it's that like, does it hit what it's trying to hit? Like my game, I actually would put it pretty low on that. Like, does it actually hit what it's trying to hit? But see, now you got me thinking that I should be knocking off stars and points for stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't have any problems with it, so I'll put 5 stars. I guess I could just do 3 stars then. I guess that's the other way to think about it. Is like if you didn't have any problems with it, it's 3 stars, and then if it's, yeah, I guess that's the other way too. Is like you could do 3 stars to say, okay, this was average, and then if it's above average, but yeah, I don't think narrative is a great rating category. 5 is still good, or 4 is still good. 5 is like wow, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm a nothing was wrong 3 stars kind of guy. Yeah, that like it's an either or kind of thing. It's just it feels weird to say like nothing was wrong, and but like what would you categorize as like it was more right than to get the 4 and 5 stars? That's is this another game that involves poop? Okay, now we're into the poop category, I guess. I guess we started with Fart Mungus, I think. Yeah, and it's links if you're looking for my links to my other stuff. Okay, according to Urban Dictionary, loop, a combination of words, long and poop. I had to set some serious time for that loop. Click and hold to control the laxative pill. Get a hold of your rear strength and stay on top of the dung and make it longer. And don't let it drop. Oh boy. Be ready to mash P when you really need to push that dookie. Click on the floating brownies that randomly spawn. Okay, but click and hold and be ready to mash P? Why P exactly? So, if I don't withhold on the mediocre, I can't praise the exceptional. Well, I think that's also, I just fight against stars and numbers in general for ratings and stuff. Is that like, I think it's just a lot better to have. I guess I'm already starting. I meant to just kind of, and this did not have a fuller screen. But I think it's just easier to do words and say what you think about the thing than to just put a number on. Because that's exactly what I was saying with narrative. It's like, what is a star number on a narrative? Oh, that's the poop. We are trying not to poop, or are we trying to poop? I didn't entirely catch that. The last sub was not long at all. Okay, click and hold to control the pill. Get a hold of your rear strength and stay on top of the dung to make it longer. Don't let it drop. Be ready to mash P when you need to really push that dookie. As in push it back in and not poop. Click on the floating brownies that randomly spawn to get an extra boost to your score. Okay, so I just click and hold. Oh, okay. It's like a fishing mini game then. Okay, there we go. Trying to do both of those at the same time is a lot. There we go. Okay, so that is a little better. So, yeah, okay, it's... Oh, and the okay. Boy, that is a lot of things happening at once. Oh boy. Okay, so now that's longer. Oh boy. Also, I'm a little bummed I can't make this a little bigger, so. Yeah, they made loop by saying long and poop. Yes. A combination, Urban Dictionary, according to Urban Dictionary, combinations of long and poop. So this is a long poop. Which I guess there was a P in there too. So many things to balance all at once. It's I gotta click and I gotta mash P and I gotta and click on the dookie and is it going back in? If I do really good on the pill, it does go back in, doesn't it? It sounds like it fell. That was better. I was getting it a good chunk of the way across the screen. Okay, I think I'm good. And voice actor. I wonder if there was any holding in a poop to do the personal high score is 34 meters. Wowee. That is a very long poop. Why would you do that to yourself? And then you become poop entirely. On an unrelated note, I guess, or maybe a related note, I'm not sure, but I did see that there was a new Meat Canyon video about pirate software. Wow, that poop really just goes all the way across the screen, don't it? Why are you trying to make it the biggest? Oh yeah, on related note. I mean, it's not poop related, but it is somewhat like eating related, I suppose. Okay, yeah, see like this, where I'm like, the theme is gross, so what do I... But it's like, do you knock points off for that? Let's see, definitely creative. I don't think it hits loop, though. Because I like the ones that have like a little bit for theme and stuff, too. Thank you for the follow. But I like theme as like a star rating, where it's like, how much does this adhere to the theme of loop, and or I guess their version of loop, which I guess kind of... I don't know. This doesn't... I guess it's looping a poop across the screen and stuff, too, but... I guess that's kind of under... creativity. I mean, artwork I liked. Audio I liked. Again, it's the different... not theory, the different camps of, is it a 3-star if it's average, or is it a... Well, okay, no, I think this was a little blurry though, right? Yeah, okay, no, I lied. That one's a little blurry. I'll knock off a little bit for that. But otherwise the lighting is very good, so... I sound completely done. I am feeling a little. Well, okay. You know, maybe I'll stand up. See if that helps me. Oh, the ads are about to start anyway, so good excuse to stand up while when it goes on break. Oh, let's rate this real quick before the ad starts. Narrative works kinda. I don't know why you need to hold in a turd, but I guess. And I don't know why there's floating poops, but it fits with the theme and stuff. I kind of like. I enjoyed it. It was a lot happening. I think that was also kind of intentional. So I don't know. It feels like it was supposed to be a lot, but that's the thing. It's like if I don't entirely like that it was a lot, do I knock points off for that? I really want to just say it's like, did they nail what they were trying to nail? Yes. Okay, whatever. The ads are about to run here in a sec. There are certainly some games out there. The poop broke me. Okay, I will take a break to crank up the disc. Oh, and I have a button. I gotta remember I got. Okie dokie. So that was La Poop. I guess you could say it like that. And I will. La Poop. And now, wrong screen again. back to this to do the next one. But cool game. Not really my thing, but it's like to each their own. I can't give like a straight up single set of star ratings for maybe not for me. Oh man, okay, so I was gonna go for another hour, which I'll get close to done with the games, most likely. Maybe. We'll see if it's no, I guess if it's 15 minutes per game, that'll be a few more. So there'll be some at the bottom that I won't get around to, most likely. Okay. A game takes place in a 2-second long looping audio environment. Your aim is to record, chop up, and manipulate found audio into resembling a range of drum loops. Some are calling it the slowest Fourier transform in recorded history. I, again, should have seen that there was not a web version and downloaded the game while I was reading that, so. Big brain concept with Fourier transforms. I've been hydrating on the breaks. That's what I've been doing while I've been doing breaks. Although I did get distracted by I can't ever see the bottom of the queue. Every time the bottom of the queue pops up, it's like, oh, nope, gotta cover it. Somebody's gotta throw something in there. So FYI, I'm only going for another hour before calling it quits and going to bed. So the stuff at the bottom of the queue most likely will not get to on this stream. But if you show up and remind me tomorrow, then as what happened with the one of the previous games. Let's see, how many more days of this do I want to do? But sorry, the experience wasn't the best. Thanks for checking the game out. No, I mean it's one of those like, no, you entirely nailed what you were going for, and yeah, okay, that's on block. It's all good. I'm downloading all sorts of shady stuff on my computer. That's fine. Let me download the shady stuff. It's like it's why I feel so bad like throwing a star rating and grading the game when I'm like, for the most part it nailed what it was going for. That's like, it's a game about poop, so oh boy, I'm thinking Brainoid did some kind of like a wave numbers or sound wave game at some point, and that was a bit for me to figure out. Your aim is to use the sounds found in this room to recreate a target audio loop. Yep, okay, that kind of thing. That is, I'm not good at that, so. Hold right mouse button over the waveform to hear the target audio loop. The room contains sounds like the speaker. Hold right mouse button over an object to hear the sound it's making. Okay. To record a source sound, drag a left mouse button from its outlet to create a cable between it and the mixer. Recorded sounds are shown highlighted on the waveform. I'm surprised I didn't come across more audio loop kind of things. So, oh, and thank you for the follow. I'm gonna sleep now. Have fun. Will do. Have a good rest. Have a good sleep. Thanks for the game queue and everything. Obviously, getting a lot of good use out of it. So, okay, to record a sound, drag left mouse button from its outlet to create a cable between it and the mixer. Oh, from here to the mixer, you goof. This to there. I know how to use audio software. I've done a little bit of making music. Not good music. And I'm not saying that as in like, oh, I should have more faith in myself, but as in like, it's specifically not making music that was not supposed to be good. Looks like the speaker is making more noise than needed to match the target. You can limit when recording is enabled to send a gate signal. Gate signals carry a value of on or off. This seems to be, say, do that. Match the symbols. Okay. Some objects are gate sources. Connect the bulb to the speaker to use its gate signal to control when the recording is enabled. Connect the bulb to to the speaker. Oh, wait, isn't that what I just did? Oh, you're saying this has a turn on and off thing. Okay. Gate signals can be connected between the hollow arrows, and the audio signals can be connected between the filled-in arrows. Yes. Okay, I was gathering that. Hold right mouse button over gate source to see when it will be on or off. I mean, it seems to be blinking to show that as well, so. Okay, here's a new target audio loop. You can connect multiple cables to each inlet and outlet. Looks like the new speaker isn't making a sound when we need it to. A delay unit outputs receives signals an amount of time later. You can mouse scroll over it to change this offset. Use the delay unit to get the clap sound in the right spot, right place. By connecting a gate signal into a delay unit, you can control the delay if the delay is enabled. While the gate signal is off, the delay unit will output its own signal undelayed. You can also use the AND module, which outputs on while all of its outputs are on, and the XOR module, which outputs on while all of its inputs are on, to manipulate gate signals. Okay, wait, it's and the XOR, which outputs on while only one of its outputs are on. Yeah, okay. Little done. I haven't gone into that amount of like logic programming stuff, but oh my goodness, wow. You can hold the right mouse button over the mixer to compare your loop so far to the target loop. To solve the puzzle, all recorded sounds must be of the right quality and at the right time. Oh, see, Phil already went to bed. Can't hit me with more of the yawns. Difficulty curve on this one is a bit tricky. Well, it's the looping audio programming sort of stuff. I was wondering if anybody was going to attempt that for a jam, and I'm glad that somebody did, but yeah, I was like that would be too much for me to attempt for a jam. I couldn't even get a basic ring toss going. Okay, so I'm trying to get... So I can't get to hear these. You can also right-click on the waveform on the bottom to hear the... Okay, I was going to say, I forgot the... Okay, and... What are each of these sounds? Oh boy. None of these sound like... Ooh. Wait. This is such a fun idea, and it's going to be a lot to figure out anything. Okay, so... Oh. The way that the waveform shows how it matches here is a really nice feature. And then do I need to modify the... That's the delay on it. Oh, I didn't even think about the light bulb here. You're not a sound, though. You are an on and an off. Oh boy. Right-click on the mixer lets you see the different types of sounds you need. High, noisy, low. Goal. High, noisy, low. Realize far too late that things need way more explanation. Yeah, that tends to be... Yeah, tutorials and audio are the things that tend to get missed with jams. Or menus. Yeah, menus, tutorial, and audio are the things that tend to get missed and skipped. Yeah, I try to carve out like one of the days of the jam for like, okay, now this is going to be the menus, this is going to be the tutorial and audio and stuff. Thank you for the follow. Oh, and there's this outlet here too. Oh boy. There's so many things. Man, I'm going to be rocking towards my 333 follower goal here. That was like, I wanted that one before the end of the year. That's all I was aiming for there. Okay, wait, and this. But I can't see what these are, can I? Yeah, okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm looking for... So what is this? Oh, and I can't just click it to listen to it. And then are you like a... Are you? No, you're like a crash more. A lot of these are really staticky. This has got to be the thunk, right? That's an and? Is it like modulating it in some way? Okay, so I want to delay it a little bit, I guess. Right click it. There we go. Okay, undo that. Put you into here and then here. That delays it to there. I want to delay it to there, right? So maybe we stick you through another delay. So then you and you. And that was, yeah, okay, about 10 minutes just to figure out the tutorial and start attempting the puzzle. Okay, not putting it into the same delay is not, okay, you go into this one and then go here and see where that spits out. That's not at the beginning though. So that means it's not this, or I need to... Because it was sounding like maybe this one is the only thing. I was like, I don't know where that nice like thunk at the beginning is coming from. Yeah, the nice like drum hit is like, wait, which thing is the drum hit there? It's not like this. Okay, you are this maybe? So. Oh, sounds don't match 100%, so it's just getting sounds in the right ballpark. Yeah, okay, because there was a lot of this that was not sounding exactly the same to me. So. Shoes and door both have low hits that can be used. Okay, I thought I was matching the sounds exactly. Which I think that would be better, honestly. Because then you would be matching the waveforms exactly, too, as opposed to just matching the high, noisy, low kind of thing. Okay, so then you... Oh, because this also does not say what this is categorized as, though, right? I also didn't figure out how to move it to the beginning of this. Because I could delay it twice. But that does not move this series of thumpity thumps over to here. Okay, so then you as the hi-hats here, maybe? So let me put you just into the mixer for now and just... Oh, and then C. No, these are both highs. I was like, thank you for the submit. I'm only going to be going for a little less than an hour here. I'm going to be calling it quits at 9 p.m. Eastern. So most likely will not be able to get to it, but I'll play some more games tomorrow. When is the rating? I don't want to do a full week of games. It just seems like a lot. I could play games tomorrow, and then I don't know. Maybe I could just play 2 more days of games. It just seems like a lot. 3 days is typically enough of playing jam games, and then it's like it's just a lot. Originally, there was going to be a lot more real-time audio effects, so having the sounds different made sense, but eventually got more discrete, so the exact sounds would be nicer now in retrospect. Well, and it depends on what you're trying to make. If you're trying to make like an audio tool, I think this is great. If you're trying to make a puzzle, this is a lot. So it also depends on the person too. There's people who love these kind of like really complex puzzles. And I feel like I should. I'm like, I do programming and stuff, but I have not actually tried like a Zachtronics and stuff. This feels like it could be that kind of thing. Oh, and I could toggle metronome? Okay, and a full, like, clear all the cables is nice, too. Okay, but this seemed to say that that was not matching up with... Oh, high. Okay, no, that is matching up the high there. But I need to turn it off for a second. Right. You're the wrong turn off. Okay, I think this, matching this is a little easier for me just because the audio doesn't match exactly. I forgot I can move these around. Not that I need to, but... Oh, bugger off. Okay, we delay you by 2 seconds? That's not gonna... 2 seconds is not what I want. 1 second. I forgot you can change the delay on these too. Yeah, okay. Good job making an entire audio software for a couple day jam. That's crazy. Actually, yes, I do want to delay you by a second, right? And then I look at that. Yay, I got one matching. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so then I want to delay the shoes by something like that or something. Let's see, I want to delay it by one more. There we go. Okay, and then I want it to not play there, right? Okay, there, the low is matching, the high is matching. The noisy. Okay, wait, I still need to turn you off a bit. Why are you out of sync on everything? It doesn't help me when you're not synced up to the right one. Let's just sync it up to there then. Okay, so delay it 2 more. There we go. Okay, yeah, and I'm only gonna solve the one puzzle if I even solve this one puzzle. The noisy? Are you noisy? You sound noisy. Let's see. You are... Where am I trying to put you? Okay, it doesn't matter. I just put it on here, and then I can delay it to whatever if I can figure out that. Okay, and it does it for 2. Can you help me this time? No. You're just awful in general. You just do not do what I'm hoping for there. I would cut off the end of that, but not the... Oh, and there's the and the exit word that are just like a lot. Okay, and I need a second high there that I don't have. Oh, what are you again? Oh, you're noisy too, right? Okay, well then bugger off with the door. Wow, the fact that you got all of this working. Okay. So now this, do you do anything for me? No, you just delay the... You don't delay anything in the way I want. Now I need to scooch you. So that means I can also delay that. There. Now I've gotten myself so lost. Okay. Okay, delay into there, and then that. And then that completely kills it. Okay. All of the levels have the same components, so no guarantee they'll all be useful in a particular level. Okay, so yeah, this is very much just an audio tool. Okay, I saw some of it. It's been a full 20 minutes. I think I will. I got a good gist of it. I didn't get a full. It's a lot. It's insane that you made this in a full, like, 4 days. That's crazy to make an entire audio tool in that amount of time. Creativity. I mean, it's mostly just an audio tool with different, like, artifacts and stuff. I don't know. This seems mostly like an audio tool. But, I mean, that's super cool to make it in 4 days or something. Enjoyment. I did enjoy it. It's got a lot of... Because of the fact that it's a tool, it's less of a puzzle. It's hard to solve the puzzle when there's so many options just right off the bat for, like, a jam game. But, again, these are, like... Basically, everything starts at 3, so I don't know. The star system, the scales, and this is why I just say out loud what my feedback is, because that is more useful than just silly little stars. Who knows what the 1 star is compared to 5 star if it doesn't actually come with words. Narrative. Again, it's like, how do you judge a narrative of it's a bunch of things that make sounds to make music, and it's, audio loops and stuff. Okay, the artwork is incredible. I think the vibes are fantastic, and the fact that all of the the cables are still visible and manageable in this is crazy. And then obviously it's a music thing, so the audio is good. So, and then I just don't entirely know how to judge the narrative. I'll say it's a bit much. Mostly that's the big feedback, is just it throws everything at you because it's a tool as opposed to a puzzle game. And I think if you wanted to make it a puzzle game, I would have said, like, ease it in a little bit instead of the full tutorial of here's what all of the things do. And then a lot of that had to be like, well, there's a lot of things you can right click on to get more information. So that's the only big feedback there, is just some better tutorialization, really. just a little more, like, if you're aiming for puzzle, to differentiate a little more. If you're aiming for tool, then I think you mostly nailed it. So that's the feedback. 95% of the time is building the system, so levels designed within the last 90 minutes. Yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like. It was like, okay, I got the entire system running, and now, is it a game? No, not really, but it does function as a tool. So, fight hula loop style in an infinite scaling tournament. That sounds cool. Free play mode would have been goated. Yeah, I'm surprised that you didn't, like, if it's not there, like... It feels like a game that very much could have just been a free play mode that's like, here, play with the loops and stuff. That's kind of what my game ended up being, because I didn't really get the actually, like, winning and losing the game, and because I was aiming for just, like, a little carnival toss game, I was like, it doesn't necessarily have to go hard on the, like, you win, you lose. So it is a lot closer to a toy. I think I've also just gotten more interested in, like, it's just a fun toy as opposed to let's get perfect at a game. Fight hula loop style in an infinite scaling tournament. See how many rounds you can beat and how many of the 16 unique characters and themes you can unlock. Knock your opponent out of the ring in the best of 3 rounds. Your hula loop plays a looping sequence of abilities that impacts the fight. Choose new, upgrade, or existing abilities after each bracket to bolster your chances of victory. Unlocked characters persist between sessions. WASD to move, space to dash. Okay, this still doesn't entirely tell me how the game plays and what the game is going to be like, but I'm very excited to find out. I actually have a settings menu. That's great. That's better than I did. Follow movement or follow cursor. So this is a top-down wizard, cat. Some of these feel like like a Family Guy kind. Wow, that is a lot of different styles, a lot of different characters. That's boy, is that a lot of different things. Interesting. Beep boop beep. Beep beep boop bop. No, ba ba beep boop beep. Oh my goodness, it is. It's a Beyblades. Now I understand. I've not actually played a lot of Beyblades. Okay, and that is oopsie daisies. Okay, yeah, I am the knight with the. Are this actually like bad bullets or not? Okay, am I just automatically shooting off the? Seems like I'm automatically shooting the projectile. So can I? Had the WASD. Oh my goodness! I guess I'll just fall and die again. The large loop models never lie. Better loop next time. Thanks. Okay, then I guess we'll try Wizard then. We'll try a different thing. Just FYI, I'm gonna end in like 40 minutes. I'm not gonna get to the bottom of the queue. I think I'm gonna get through a couple more games, hopefully. But I'll be back tomorrow with doing more games. So I know you are, but what am I? So if you show up tomorrow, then yeah, Beyblades is a fun idea of doing. Hey, there we go. Okay, maybe Wizard is more my speed than Knight, which is not typical. I typically go for at least like fantasy classes. I'm more of a. I play Monk, which I get. It's kind of a fight class, kind of a. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't really think of myself as like a wizard much. Well, okay. What am I saying? I have a big pointy hat and a big beard, and I don't think of myself as a wizard. I think something's off here. Clearly. Oh my goodness. Okay. Beyblades is a fun idea, though. I'm still a little confused as to... did I... Okay, wait. It has the controls on the screen. I could probably just read them. WASD and space. So then do I use space to actually attack and fight and stuff? The characters are crazy. Try to keep up. Did I unlock a character of some kind? Although I think the, for me, the best, maybe not. I guess it's sort of Beyblades-esque, but the Tin Pin Slammer game on the World Ends With You on the DS, which I don't know if they brought. I still have to play Neo, the World Ends With You. So like there's a few of those like games that I absolutely loved, got sequels, and then I didn't play the sequels, and I'm like, I feel kind of bad, cause like at some point I will play Neo: The World Ends With You. Wow, everybody is just so much better at attacking and looping than I am. Also, I thought I guess I have to fully win to get to. You can use space to dash. That's what I was trying to do. I thought I was attempting space a bit there to just like. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's the there we go. The meter on there I think was also I was not catching the yeah, I don't think I ever got that great at the Hitmon. No, Amurtop? Isn't the Amurtop is the Pokemon? The Pokemon Stadium minigame had a I'll just throw myself off of the ledge there. This is a fantastic idea. I think the stage looks a little rough, honestly. I understand the idea of the bowl for like a Beyblade bowl, but it looks just kind of like vague circles. I do like the characters. The fact that there's just so many characters is fun and kind of crazy. But I think the actual level needed a little more detail to, I am just not good at this game. Yeah, but I think this bowl here needed a little more detail to actually look like a fight arena as opposed to just some generic circles and stuff. I do like the characters. Okay, I did kind of awful, but yeah, this is kind of the like crazy different art styles and stuff that like not entirely my thing, but I'm not gonna knock it for that. Okay, I understood what everything was and the UI worked for me, but like I said, I think this as your main thing that you're looking at to try to determine whether you're in the circle or not just doesn't work for me. Yeah, it's one of those like it's a little bit of a mishmash of not audio was fine. Well, and then it's like is the audio is fine being the but yeah, the artwork wasn't working for me as much. But I'm only gonna ever go into the like the bottom if it just is unintelligible. Listen, I couldn't understand what was going on. Yeah, see, that's really like my ranking there too. It's just like I couldn't see what the game was versus I entirely understood what the game was, but I don't feel like it was a cohesive art style versus a cohesive art style and, you know, nice to look at. I mean, narrative is kind of all over the place. I think that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of fun, but it's also kind of like, well, okay, knowing that it is basically like a Beyblade kind of thing, that makes a little more sense as to like why it might be a mishmash of just a whole bunch of things. I did enjoy it, even if I was awful at it. I don't know, it was a bit difficult. Is the one issue. I understood it, I think. I didn't do great on the dash attacks and stuff. Yeah, that tends to be like if I didn't understand it, that's what that's what it knocks off stars, versus I understood it and didn't feel like I could get very good at it versus I liked it and felt like I could improve. Yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out what my ranking scale is. Oh, and I guess ads is kind of hiding what the final thing is. I do think it's pretty creative. And if there's 16 different characters and stuff, and I mean, it is just kind of Beyblades, though. There we go. That is the rating, and while the ads hides it, but that's okay. And then, oh, and now I can't dismiss the ads. I let the ads start, so I can't dismiss it, because I would like. Yeah, because I'm like, dismiss is just dismiss my notification of the ads, right? Or does that dismiss the ads? I don't actually know. I'll let it run just because I wanted. I'm assuming dismiss is just dismiss my notification that ads are running. But I suppose I could load up the next game. Okay, yeah, I see your submission there. I'm not gonna get to it. I'm gonna be calling it quits here in 30 minutes. Oh, and I don't know if you can even see me saying that because ads are running, but I will say it again in a minute. Okay, let's load up the next game while ads are running just to use the time here. I'm thinking I can get through another 2 games, and then I will have to call it quits, so yeah, that's... Okay, this is a web game, so I don't have to worry about downloading it. But I will be back tomorrow to do more Jam game rating. And I do need to throw some stars at all these other ones. Wherever they went. I have so many tabs open just because I opened up so many games. Yeah, these are all the ones on my... These are all the people that I were already following and games that I haven't played. I need more time. Yeah, okay, these are all the ones that I have to go back and rate still. that I played that I didn't actually throw the stars on. I think because the stars are silly. I don't think the stars are super useful or super helpful. I think the actual feedback is the most helpful. Okay, it looks like ads are done, so let's see which came first. Please play it in full screen. WASD space Q to peck. Oh, double jump, hold to glide. R to restart. E to shed feathers. Disables gliding. Can be picked up again by pressing E. F to dismount a mega chicken. I love how there's no explanation of what the game is. Just here, F to dismount a mega chicken. Mega chicken. White has a super jump. Green has a floaty, better glide. And black is heavy and holds down buttons. So puzzle platformer or arcade game or what exactly? I suppose we'll see. It hit past 8 o'clock. It's 8:30. I'm like, oh no, Yep, I can feel it. I can feel it coming on. Which came first? Oh, the chicken or the egg. I get it. Chicken. Press space to jump. Okay. Press space midair to double jump. Hold space to glide. Okay. Wow, the art is just all sorts of all sorts of different sizes, all sorts of different blurriness and stuff. Buttons can open up blocked paths. Did I walk? Okay. Then how do I get back exactly? Immediately explode into a cooked chicken. Interesting. How is the chicken getting so cooked in the moment that it dies? Okay, buttons can open up blocked paths. Okay, it is. Hit it with the egg. Don't jump down there. Oh, I forgot to hold space to glide too. The slide whistle's a fun sound. Left mouse button to peck. Or Q. Yeah, okay, the inconsistent art is definitely, I'm not a fan of that, but I mean, gameplay-wise, this is feeling good enough, and playing good enough. The slide whistle is so silly and so fun. Jump onto it and the chicken to stack them. And then I immediately glitch it out by trying to do that. Oh my goodness, wow, that doesn't really want you. Okay. Press E to shed feathers and pass through the grate. What does it mean by shed feathers? Oh, become a naked why do you want to become a naked chicken? Oh, also maybe don't do that. Okay, I just saw a button and was like, must peck the button. Oh, and then you could pick the feathers back up. Oh, wait, so then let's do that. There we go. Okay. Interesting. And then do I lose my, like, glide ability? Or something? Ow. Shed feathers is such an interesting... Why was that the decision? How did that become the decision? Okay, wait, that drops the grate? Or is that something else? The peck is so good. I do like the peck. Why did I click? Why did I not? Okay, I don't need to. Oh, I didn't need to shed the feathers there. Actually, I lied. I need to pick. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that becomes a platform. And then in my silliness, I have figured something out. Okay, so then we peck and go there. Okay. You can use them as a platform, but only once if you do it like that. Okay. so I don't know why that one button there is kind of just a troll button. Okay, there. There we go. Okay, it's like, it's not that hard. It's not that bad. I actually used my brain a little bit. Okay, I didn't figure out what kind of chickens were what kind of chickens, but... Okay, so the double chicken really helps you fly there. Okay, pack and... I'm like, wake up back! Why did the green chicken leave me? I really needed that extra flight time. Okay. That kind of works. Kind of gets the green chicken where I want it to go. Okay. I love the slide whistle. It's so silly. Green buttons must remain held. Press F to dismount. Wow, that is a heavy chicken. That chicken does not want to go anywhere. Funny that it's just a recolor to make it a black chicken. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is a little jank. But it is a jam game, like that's what do you expect? Well, okay, there are people who make non-janky jam games, which is insane to me. Okay, F to dismount. Is there any reason to go up here? That's just tempting to try. No. Okay. And then I gotta hit all these buttons. Presumably. What? I hit that button just fine. Bugger off. No. It's F, not E. F, there. Rip. Door stuck. Door stuck. I was watching that again recently for some reason. I don't recall what caused the, reminding me of door stuck there. And I don't even know why I know that one, because I'm not like a multiplayer guy. I've not played a ton of... Okay, was it just a fall damage thing? No. Oh, I just need to hit it with eggs. I keep thinking I gotta sit on the button. I'm just playing it like a Portal or something, or like... Well, it's because I'm also putting the chickens on the buttons, thinking, oh, I gotta put all the chickens on the buttons. Okay, there we go. Now I can hit all the buttons. Okay. Okay, that's all the doors. That's why I need to go up there. Okay. I understand. Wait, I have audio I can play.
I understand! I understand everything!
I'm so glad that I was able to find some kind of use for that. Okay. Dang it. Immediately with the insta-death. Do I need to solve all of these puzzles? It's one of these, like... I always feel like calling it quits right when I'm about to to finish the game. About to solve the final puzzle. Basically. Oh my goodness, that is a super jump. Okay. I do like the chicken theming. That's just what the chicken is. It's just a super jump. Yeah, it's like I just don't want to fall. I want to hit the button. There we go. These are some satisfying sound effects. Yeah, like the slide whistle and the clucking and the... There we go, I thought so. Okie dokie. Art, I think, is rough. The art is rough. And jank, and... it's because of the inconsistent pixel sizes and stuff. The fact that the background is just blurry pixels, I think, just doesn't look good. And, let's see, creativity. I mean, it felt like it was, like, I enjoyed it, and it felt like it was mostly tutorial and not really, like, a final, like, test level. Even that final level was mostly just, like, platforming, essentially. I did enjoy it, even if it was a little jank. That's always the problem with doing like a platformer thing, is that you gotta have the like, if you're doing a platformer, you kind of want to nail the game feel and stuff. But then if you're also doing puzzles, it's difficult. I didn't really know or understand the narrative, but I liked the chicken theming. Yeah, some of that artwork stuff is also like it's just an obvious recolor for the black chicken and stuff. Like I said, I very much did like the audio. I think the slide whistle was a bit obnoxious, even if it was cute. uh, and it's just kind of, there was some chickens in a coop. I didn't really entirely understand the. Oh, it's true. Like the mechanic here of the removing feathers did not come into play at all, despite the fact that you could use it to overcome like spikes and stuff. So, okay, well that's how I'm feeling about that one. And again with the me saying how I felt about it. So, and feel free to put anything in the chat to make sure that I'm still live. Cause when I don't see messages for a while, that's where I get a little scared that like, did it die? And I just didn't notice. It does say I'm live, but just want to make sure. So that was my rating for that. And I can squeeze one last game in. Yeah, live, just been lurking. Yeah, I just kind of assume everybody was lurking. I'm also like, when I finish a game, I'm like, I kind of assume somebody's going to say thanks for playing, or like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. So, but I also don't know if people like took off to sleep and stuff. That is kind of what the time is. It's always when I end my stream. It's always like everybody goes to bed. So I'm like, but I wanted to go raid somebody. And it's, had I had like another, had I ended the stream half an hour early. It's why I want to end at like 8:30 Eastern. Just because of the fact that I can actually go raid with the few people that are awake. Because I know it's like 1 or 2 in the morning for most people. Enter the inner geometry of the mind in this loop-based drawing game. Can you reach full enlightenment? Gameplay hits breathe in and out to memorize the locations of the distractions. Interesting. Okay. If I do deep breaths, it'll... It's definitely a good idea. To a degree. Immediately gave myself a yawn. Okay. Breathe in and encircle each distraction from memory. Each distraction must be in its own loop. They don't score if they are grouped. Distractions are scored when you breathe out, so try not to accidentally ungroup a distraction. Your line has limited length, so make your lines as short as possible. Interesting. Violins and vocals? My interest is piqued. I have too much fun doing this that I'm like, well, I could keep. I'm like, no, I died. There's too many games. I could kind of see the bottom of the thing there though. Okay, I am wearing headphones. I did not pay attention to what was going on though. Circle to begin. Oh, I don't need to actually click anything either. Wow, this has got some vibes. The mind is a circle. Teehee. Let's give you a little mustache. Place of peace and tranquility. Can I give you like little angry eyebrows? And angry eyebrow. It is also a place of chaos. Let us begin our journey into the self. Oh, and then audio-wise seems to be okay. Before you lay 2 paths. Okay, that W was hard for me to read there. Before you lay 2 paths, circle the path you wish to take. Tutorialize me, please. Your journey begins and ends with the breath. Breathe in. Each breath brings you closer to the self. Breathe out. Your attention is a line you control, but it is not infinite. The mind cannot help but wander. These distractions block the cycle. Loop your attention around it to capture it and close it fully in a circle. The distraction is no longer an obstacle. As you go deeper into the mind, you will find more distractions. Like the fact that I didn't full screen this. And now I can't. I guess I won't full screen it. This time, each distraction must be in its own loop. Okay. You have mastered capturing distractions. Often be shrouded in our thoughts. Memorize their positions. Oh boy. Now you must capture. Oh boy. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Neat. You've learned all you can from me. You are ready to begin your journey. I've entered the geometry of your mind and circled distractions with your line of attention. This is like... Oh, okay, so it is memorize, mostly. Okay, but I can just circle it the whole time there. Ooh, the violin. I like it. Okay, and they must be in their own circles, so this is the midpoint between them. Yeah, okay. I thought I got a little close on that one. It's gonna be a yawn every time. Oh, I was not paying attention. Can you do, like, just really big circles? I guess they have to be in their own circles. Okay. So it doesn't matter how big the circle is. Wow, this is so vibey. And I am really enjoying the vibes. Wait, did it say I didn't circle that one? I circled that. Bugger off. Oh, your line is not infinite in length. Ah, okay. That's also the reason why you can't do a super huge circle. Okay. Oops. That is not how you do this. And then I didn't get that last one. Okay, wait. Yeah, this is harder than I thought. Which, you know, I let the distractions get to me. Boy, that was ugly. That was not some good loops there. I gotta do tight little loops here if I want to try to get... But then I also have to know exactly where they are? This is so cool. This is absolutely incredible. After a long journey, you arrive. No distractions. I was a little distracted. The innermost circles of the mind. There was some distractions. The vibes are impeccable. Ow, ow. Okay, don't do that. That's needs an epilepsy warning or something. I'm glad I don't have that as a problem, but that needed a warning. That was so cool. That was so good. The only thing I would say is just don't flash like that. That is... Okay, the game may potentially trigger seizures for people with epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, it did have a warning about epilepsy. Okay. Okay, let's as much as that was super cool. Let's not do it again. Let's see. Creativity, yes. Enjoyment, yes. Narrative, yes. Artwork, yes. Audio, yes. Okay, that's one. It's another one of those like, okay, yeah, that's 5 stars across the board. Really enjoyed that. Super great vibes. Nailed the narrative and everything too. And a unique, interesting mechanic and stuff. Like, definitely another one of those top shelf jam games. That was also pretty quick. Do I want to do one more? I do. Should I? I shouldn't. It's 9 o'clock. I should go to bed. We're doing it anyway. One more. One more. Whoever has this last one. Oh, no. And then I can see the bottom of the queue again. Make it feel like it's possible. No, I'm going to bed. I need to go to bed. Some of these I want to remember. Okay, I think I wrote down a couple that were like... Because somebody asked, like, what were some of your favorites? And what was the other one that I wrote down as, like, a major favorite? There was another one that I did. I guess I could scrub back through this stream. I don't know that I would really want to do that, but... I suppose I could. This game will test the limits of your mind. Again? I just tested the limits of my mind. And the limits of your patience as you explore the same hallway again and again. Okay. An anomaly hunt, maybe? The game does not end until the credits roll. Doors do not open unless dialogue finishes. AD space left click for an ad blocker. And I triggers the super detailed idle animation that took 96 hours to do. Inspired games like There Is No Game, which I haven't actually played. I guess everybody's lurking hardcore with the vibes of the last game. Well, and see, because that's how I have my OBS set up, is it says whether I'm live, but it does not say as to how many people are watching. So I never know. Dead or alive, $5 million bounty for a duck. Don't talk to me without my coffee. That's a donut. That's not... It may or may not be coffee related. Hallway. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the long-term observation of ongoing plasticity loop program. You've been selected from... Oh, I guess there is voice.
Applicants to reach out to us. Unfortunately, the other two had an today phobia. So you're the best we could do. Our goal is to see how humans,
what was that phobia?
wherever you are, adapt to changes in your environment. Please proceed to the door when you are ready. What even are you?
A hallway. But there's a spike. Oh. It's a bigger spike than I thought. A hallway. But now, there's 3 spikes. A hallway again. But it's a platform. I mean, it kind of was already. Whoops. I think that was another one of those like, coyote time things. Yep, that's I keep trying to jump before I'm a hallway. But it's grainy. And also in different spots. Neat. Okay, that was...
Oh my god. You actually fell for that. You actually thought the spike was going to kill you? Oh,
It is.
you should see the look on your face.
It's gonna jump. It's gonna jump at me and kill me. No? Or is this supposed to be a platform? It is. It's a platform. Okay. Okay, it is looping a little more. But there's a wall in the way. Oh, there is in fact a wall in the way.
I don't remember placing this here. Excuse me, Mr. Wall. You are blocking the way. Can you move out of the way so we can get through? I'm not... No, I'm not going to beg for it. Please,
Insistent gibberish. I see.
just
Yay.
about this. Ever.
Oh. Ball with physics. Neat. I get the major thing is the graphics are just all over the place in terms of style.
Oh, you're so adorable. I wish I could just eat you right up.
I mean, the duck looking very much like the wanted poster, but more blurry, so
Afraid of you.
I guess it's not the same duck. Yeah, okay, not the same duck. Too blurry. It's a different duck. A hallway, but there's so many ducks.
Why are there so many dogs? Stop pecking me.
I'm surprised I haven't come across more games like this of just here's the same thing, but it's a slightly different.
You get the concept of this room.
I guess I will click here then. Ooh, points.
I think I'm going to sit over there.
That's enough for this. wait. How much of a clicker game is this? Is this... Oh, I do have to unlock these points here. Unlock jump, unlock... That's hilarious. Okay, upgrade the clicks. It's a full clicker game. That's so funny that there is a full clicker game to unlock the levels. So... it took off for 10 minutes and so came back with the game. I was like, I could go to bed, but I have 2 minutes. I figured I could squeeze in another game here real quick. Let's see. Okay, wait. I need... This is so funny that there's an entire clicker game in here. I mean, it's a pretty simple clicker game, but still, it is entirely... Yeah, this is short. You can squeeze it in. Okay, but it's clicks per second. I don't need more clicks. I just need these, right?
Okay, I'm back. I decided that we should engage in no duck policy.
There we go.
If you
Okay.
ever find a duck somewhere, just call me over and I'll pay someone to handle it.
Why are we doing no ducks? Okay, and there does not seem to be any more extra stuff here, I'm assuming. Well, that's absolutely fantastic to put it entirely. An entire clicker game there. But you were the exit. Aha. But it's a multiplayer game?
It's something I've been
Oh
excited
boy.
for. Millions of dollars have been spent creating the most immersive story, exciting battles, one-of-a-kind gameplay, innovative predictive algorithms,
And now it's an entire live service. Is that?
engaging community, and so much more. So whenever you're ready, press the play button.
And then it loops back to the other thing. Loading multiplayer. I was just talking about Goat Simulator doing the like, we just pressed the add MMO button and now it's an MMO.
What?
We just click some drop downs.
Multiplayer game if your server can't even handle the player base at launch. Let's come back to this one.
So now I just have to wait 2,000 hours?
How unfortunate.
Oh, the spike did kill me then. That's a different kind of duck though, right? So is that a... But I don't have an ad blocker. But yeah, I don't need an ad blocker. I've done the level enough times anyways. I don't need to see. Where we're going, we don't need eyes.
Now, I do
But
want
it's
to
something
warn
about a
you
goal.
personally that the door will kill you upon going through it. So, yeah. Try to figure that out.
We go somewhere else. Yeah, this kind of meta-narrative game is a lot of fun. The particle effects are fun too.
Okay. on me. I lied. I know. How could I? Truth is, we kind of ran out of budget, and we were on a tight schedule. But that's the end of the
I was like, did anybody have
Thank you for your
a budget for the jam? That'd be kind of an interesting challenge to say, okay, we have this amount of money to spend on assets and stuff.
This part isn't finished yet.
Oh, that was a fun way to end it. That was, yeah, that's another one of this like great bite-sized little thing. That's the way to do it. Creativity. It took a little bit to get going, but I mean, it felt pretty creative. And ducks and buttons and a guy that kills you. And okay, the art is the one thing that I will knock it for. I was able to understand what was going on, but the poster being a different resolution than everything else, and the just very simple. Yeah, it's just the blurry duck picture and stuff. Definitely a vibe, but not a fan. Okay, bugger off with the ads. I'm about to go to bed here. Audio was perfectly fine. I don't know if it might have been a little loud. Could have been a little loud. The announcer was a little hard to hear, but that was also somewhat intentional, I think. Like, there was some kind of effect on the voice that was pulling me out of it a little bit. Okay, enjoyment. I enjoyed it. The fact that there was an entire clicker game in there. Okay, yeah, that was fun for me. Not that I'm a huge fan of the clicker games, but mixing it up that way. And the platforming was pretty heckin' simple. Like, this was entirely narrative. This was not necessarily a platformer. And yeah, okay, narrative. It was entirely narrative, so... Yeah, the only major thing was just the artwork was a little rough, but I did understand what I was supposed to be looking at, so... First game jam and one of the first times we did pixel art, yeah. So I would say if you're doing pixel art and stuff, try to make it, like, or not try, but if you want it to look good, make all of the pixel art the same size. So, like, these spikes having the same resolution as this, has the same resolution as these other things, and then, like, the posters to, like, pixelate them in a way, or, you know, probably don't use pictures like that. Either that or don't use pixel art. I think if you want the pixel art to look good, it needs to all be the same resolution. Yeah, I could give other pixel art tips, kinda. I sort of know how to do pixel art. I've done it a little bit, but we learned later about keeping it same res later into the dev, but didn't have time to change everything. Yeah. And again, it's just if you want to use pixel art, then that's the... But since you were doing, like, pictures and stuff, I think you entirely could have gotten away with just doing pictures instead of doing anything pixelated. Yeah, like I said, that was the only big knock, was just the art. Everything else I thought was fun. Okay, and it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to bed. I will note down these other games, though, and I will be playing stuff tomorrow, so if anybody stops by and wants to get their game played, then just notify me. So... Yeah, no, you're welcome. Have a good night, I guess, or at least for me, I'm taking off and sleeping. I always assume that it's 2 o'clock in the morning for everybody else, just because that's a lot of the viewers I've had are across the pond from me. That's just such a fun phrase. Okay, was it this? How did I open the... Oh, wait, I think that's the way I did it, was if I do run next... That'll put that there. Yeah, okay, that'll just dump all of them. There we go. And then I can try to play these at some point. Okay, but I am going to... And, actually, wait. Is there people here? And have they left or not? It appears there is a people here, or at least some people here. So let's see if we can go raid to somebody else who is streaming some GMTK. I know Funbase was doing some doing some GMTK. So we could try going over there. So close. Was your game next? Unfortunately, I am going to bed. I pushed it to try to get that to squeeze that last one in. But let's see. Andu, multiplayer, Godot, game dev, Funbase. He's in fact doing GMTK. Adagon doing some GMTK. Yeah, okay. I rated Funbase last time. And if Adagon's doing some GMTK, we'll go over here. Rally Eternal. Yeah, like I said, if you show up tomorrow, I will be playing more games. So, feel free to remind me. So we could go over here. And like I said, somebody else who's... Okay, no, bugger off with the ads. I'm not... Yeah, okay, it does. Snooze for 5 minutes. Yeah, so I can't dismiss the ads all that much. But I am going to bed, so hopefully that'll let me do that. And I'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern again for doing more GMTK. Try to squeeze in a little more rating and stuff. Okay, goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye.